My recounting of my diagnosis was, I'd been taken in for an operation which I thought was a hernia, and the doctor had come in after the to come in and give me the diagnosis of how the operation went. So I'm basically sitting in a bed, and I've had what I thought was a hernia operation, and my mother had sort of come to visit me at the time. My wife was sort of on her way in to visit, and the doctor happened to pop in and give me a recountance of the whole operation, and very quickly sort of pointed out that it wasn't a hernia and that it was a tumour, and it was very serious, and it looks like it was melanoma. So virtually, the time, when people say time stops, that's when time stopped for me. So I just kept wanting to get him back to ask him to sort of run through the whole thing again. So it just was never real. So, and from there, it was a complete roller coaster for our life. We went through some incredible emotional sort of heartache. Just major operations and the uncertainty of the whole thing. 10 years or 12 years ago, when that first happened, there wasn't clinical treatment like there is now. There is a lot of hope in this clinical, revolution for cancer treatment that is just giving, people so much hope. And, there's a lot that I take out of it, that I know after 10 sort of major operations that, next time, if my cancer or melanoma returns, they may treat it with one of these drugs, and it could prolong my life further. And really, that's what this is all about. Until they find the cure, they look to prolong people's lives, and they can only do that through research and getting funds for research. It's a big challenge for both of us. I have a serious case of lymphedema in my left leg, which has resulted from me having all my lymph nodes removed. So it is a challenge. I have to run through a daily massage process to control the swelling. When the swelling or that gets out of control, you can get cellulitis from that. And that can only be treated with penicillin and drugs like that. So 900 kilometres for a cure is about two guys who have had melanoma, who have experienced the treatment, the emotional heartache, and have come through the other side of it, and experienced the many different sort of facets of surviving something like that, but who also want to give something back to the people that have treated them, by raising awareness for prevention, but also raising funds that will go to new clinical trials, go to any form of procedure required to make these drugs accessible on the PBS. And that's, our small role in walking from Sydney to Melbourne is going to play that role.